Hello everybody, welcome back to the stream. Streaming the second time today since I've missed some days and I want to catch up. I will use a variety of pencils, a smudging tool and whatever eraser I feel like using. Thick one, smaller one, we'll see. So let's go. Draw myself a frame. Just like that. Have a little layout of where I'm going to draw. Horizon line, zit. And go into the sky with the HB pencil still. Going from the left to the right, drawing my gradient for the sky. Darker at the top, brighter towards the horizon. You know the drill. Wow, that's a pretty bent horizon line. I'm not too good at making straight lines. Let's go another one. Another time from the top to the bottom to the horizon, evening out some brighter spaces that we left. The more often you go from the top to the bottom, the more even you're going to get the gradient in the sky. Okay, let's have it. Let's go with this. I think that's okay. So I take the smudging tool and I'll go back and forth again, starting at the top, going towards the horizon to try and make the sky as even as possible. I've left some lines down here. Can't really get rid of those. Trying to push really hard. Maybe leaving some space between the lines is not the best version for doing this. I think you should put them together rather closely so you can smudge them better. Anyways, going into the horizon and the land right below it. Just give that a value with the HB pencil. Okay, round about like this. And today I want to try and draw an avenue. Say, we see the first tree above the horizon right here. So, or maybe right there. Very small. We can barely see it, and instantly move on to the next one, since there's not a lot to be drawn. Actually, yeah, I'm going to set them apart further. For now, it's okay. But this one's going to be a little bit further away from the others. And you can see those trees in the stream, that's good. Now I'll set them apart a little more. Right here I'll give them the same height, indicating a turn in the road. Just drawing random circles and ovals here for the trees. Trying to make it as random as possible while creating the shape of a tree. Okay, maybe right here they're starting to get bigger again. The road turns again and starts to face us. Another tree right here. And over there. One more. Just random shapes, as random as possible. I'm not picking up the pencil, just making it all in one line. Oh, I did pick it up there. But it's possible to just make those trees in one line. You can, of course, pick the pencil up, but I think if you try and do that, you try to deliberately place certain specks and bits in certain places, which distracts you from making it as random as possible. And not picking up the pencil forces me to go from one place to the other, to let go of my ideas of a perfect tree. Just wherever the pencil rushes, I will make a mark. Okay, getting even bigger over here. I hope I'll be able to do what I was planning to do. Yeah, I'm not sure. Really not sure if that's going to work out. But I think I have an idea how I can pull this off. Next tree over here. Had to come up with something there. I had a general picture in mind, a general scene and composition, but as it goes, once you start drawing, and especially once you've placed some elements down, you notice that what you've placed down is not completely according to what you had in mind, so you have to adapt and accept what you already did and just work with that. And that's what I just took a couple of seconds to do. Just rethink this. Okay, now as the trees are closer to us, we see some more volumes in them, which I'm not able to completely convey here, but these bits coming out to the side that I'm going to cover up anyway. What a shame. Let's make some over here then. Our branches hanging out. Some over here as well. Okay. And the last tree for this side over here. Those trees are standing on the side of the alley that are further away from us. The avenue is what I'm trying to say. The farther side of the avenue. Oh, look at that. I'm just making larger lines, making the pattern larger, and all sorts of things happen. It looks like the tree is closer to us. What a neat little thing. Okay. Some stuff down here. Some curls and bits and everything. Let's go a little bit more to the side like this. Okay. Now, gotta think about how I'll do this. I think I have to extend the trees a little bit. Too bad. I wanted there to be a gap between the foliage and the horizon, but I can maybe pull that off if I extend the trees upwards instead of downwards. Yep, let's try that. So this is a trunk, and let's say it goes here. This one goes here. This one goes here, this here, this here, this here, and so on. Going into the distance. All right. Now, to make those seem as large as I want them to be, I have to make them quite bigger. Maybe round about like this. The ones further in the back as well. make them overlap a little bit. And the very last one. Or maybe this would make us be able to see a little bit more, some more trees. Well, let me just draw one more back there. Okay. Then extend these ones. Extend them all up. Trying to keep them tree-shaped. Look more like corn dogs. I don't know. But let's just go with it. Go foo. That's what I try to do. Just finish it. And we're already in the very repetitive part of drawing. Started really early today. The repetitive structures. I am just rambling on, so the stream isn't quiet. Don't know what to say, since right now I don't have a lot to explain. What I just noticed is I didn't even draw a cloud today. I mean, I did earlier, but not for this scene. But I think I can cover up the sky enough so it doesn't matter if there's nothing going on. And even if I'm not going to be able to cover it up, I think having a plain sky really emphasizes those trees and has nothing to distract from them, so maybe it's good to not have trees in this composition, not to have clouds in this composition, just so the trees stick out more. The beautiful full perspective of those trees getting smaller in the distance. Okay, like this, and I have to make these ones really, really a lot bigger. Oh well. I'm going to have to separate them with the 3B pencil later, definitely. Give them some shadow and light side. But I'll have to worry about that later. Right now I have to worry about keeping those patterns the same, which I'm not doing. Looks like a certain type of tree grew at the bottom and another type grew at the top, since the pattern of the leaves is changing. But oh well, it's what it is. Get this one all the way up there. all the way up. Okay, maybe like that, and this one goes out of the frame. But I think I don't have to draw all this. If I manage to pull off what I want to do, I can leave it like this. Okay. Next thing I want to do is get the quote unquote detail in the background. I'll use the 3B pencil for that and just make some random lines in the background to indicate some elevation and whatever's going on there. Just different values in the ground. Some stuff going on. Okay, that's already enough. Next thing I want to do is work on those trees again. Let's say the light comes from the top left. Then we're going to have our shadow at the bottom right. So now I can separate those trees with a shadow area. Darker on one side and brighter on the other side. That's going to create layers next to them. So you see, and the eye and the brain automatically separate one tree from the other through the volumes. Right here they stand alone, of course, so it's easy for the brain to say, yep, that is one tree. But where they overlap, it can't really see that when they have the same value. Just the value of the HB pencil. The brain doesn't pick up on that, on the fact that those are different trees overlapping. It thinks it's just one mass. And therefore it's important to have our shadows. Well, that's one of the reasons it's important we have our shadows anyways. This tree right here, and the next one. I'm trying to create some shadows within the volume as well, not just on the bottom right side of the trees, but in there, going inside, there are darker areas as well. The leaves grow in patches. And on top of those patches it's brighter, and below them there's a darker area. That's what I'm trying to recreate here. All those bumps I was always talking about when drawing the trees, those are the patches where there's one branch where the leaves are growing on. There's one patch. Right there maybe, and maybe here as well. Yep. That's more like it. Okay. On to the next one over here. Maybe right there. This is one of those patches. One of the bumps. Some more down here. Something hanging out right here. Dark all the way across the bottom. And maybe right there. And over here. And then going along the right side towards the top. A little bit darker over here, another patch over there. Whatever area catches your glance, where you think, maybe it's a little darker in here. Just make it darker. And you'll see a wonderful volume appear for your tree. Okay. That's another one done. Maybe like so. And on to the next one. Maybe a little darker to the right side still. I'm always, or not always, but I'm trying to also check on my monitor what this looks like for you, what I'm producing. And I'm trying to adjust it so you can see what I'm doing as best as possible. So now the second to last tree. Dark down here, dark on the right side, all the way across, all the way along the right side. And also going into the middle, just like here, all like there. Change up the values a little bit Some dark areas are darker than other dark areas. Some light areas are lighter than other light areas. Dum-de-dum-de-dum. Just giving all this area on my page different values. That's when I think drawing is actually a chore, a work that has to be executed. Coming up with new stuff, new shapes, new positions for things, new compositions, that's easy for me. But just filling everything in, finishing it, my brain just doesn't like that. It always wants the newest thing, the most shiny thing, the most exciting, the most interesting thing. And this isn't interesting to it. So I gotta force myself to do this. Maybe right there's a darker part, and down here, and right there, over here. What does it look like in the stream? I think the light and the dark areas, are separated too much. I need a little bit of a gradient between those. Let's see. Hope I can do this. Maybe like this. Is that getting better? I don't think so, but let's just see. Maybe I can pull it off. Maybe this makes it a little better. Like this and like this. I'm just extending the darker areas down toward the next dark area, but leaving a little bit of a bright area above each dark area, since above the dark area is where the light strikes the leaves. Yeah, I think that's a little bit better. Not perfect, but good enough, I think. Like this, and down here also like this. And then let's give this a little bit more dark areas up here. Maybe like this. Okay. Now on to the last tree. Don't even know where to start. It's really dark down there. And getting lighter up here. Maybe if I draw curves, it supports the shape of the tree. I think so, I think it does. Up here, right there, the entire right side. It's just darker. Let's just do that by cross-hatching. Let's get a bit lazy. Make it a little bit more easy. Okay. Now what's missing is the tree trunks. Just drawing them in right here. Just a line in the background. Getting a little bit wider as they approach us. And then right here maybe we start to see a shadow side and a light side. And this eraser is way too thick, although it's the thinner one of the two. But okay, I'll make it work. Like this. Maybe we can see some roots entering the ground. Right here, the next trunk. Oh, managed to erase a thinner line this time. Okay. And right here. Okay. Taking the HB pencil, I'll extend the shadow side of the trunk. To the middle, like this. Okay. Let's give those trees something to stand on. Whatever type of structure in the ground. Let's take the 3B pencil for that. Maybe there's grass growing down there. HB pencil for the ones further away. Right here. Okay. Now we need a road going on here. Maybe it's visible until there. And if I do it like this, what I wanted to do is not possible again. Okay. Gotta rethink this again. Okay, just have to improvise then. Or maybe not, no. Yeah, what I wanted to do is not going to happen in this drawing, but that's what it is. Okay, have some marks in the middle of the street. Let me just make one mark along the entire length that we can see. I can fill in the middle parts later. Now I'll take, let's say, the 3B pencil for the street back there. Let's say here we can start to see the marks. How long would those be? I don't know. Maybe we start to see them here. Yeah, I think maybe that's better. Like this, and one right here, and another one right there. Okay. So rather dark, the asphalt. So I'm switching to the 7B pencil. Whoops. All right. Okay, make the street very dark. And roughly the same value everywhere. Maybe like this. Okay. Now I have to fill this in, since what I wanted to do is not going to happen. I planned there to be a tree trunk right here along this entire side. But it's not happening now. I'm just going to fill in the background back there, and then go to the foreground. Whatever's going on here. Just some random lines. Just some stuff, squiggly stuff going on here. We don't know. And we can't see it. But what we can see is some grass growing. Starting back there, we can see some patches of grass. Very small zigzag lines back there. It doesn't appear to be very tall. It's gonna get taller as it gets towards us, but not right there. Back there and over there. And down here. All sorts of things growing here. Now I have to make the zigzags larger down here, where they're closer to the observer, closer to us. Something going on here, something here, and something back there. Okay. Some more down here. Down here. Over there. Just filling it in. Just a meadow beside the road. With every elevation, the blades of grass seem to poke out. Those are the rows of grass that I'm drawing at the top of every elevation. They poke out like this. Just like that, and like this right here. And some more over there. Maybe a little bit in here. And something down here also, maybe. Let's see. Right there. Going up here. And down there as well. Okay, well, that's our drawing for today. Actually, it's not. I want to balance this a little bit by giving this side some more grass that's growing back there. I went all the way back here, so gotta give this a little bit more back there. And down here. Okay, I think that's more even. Now, let's clean up the edges as always. Down here. To the left. And up there. Try to make this as straight as possible. Yeah. And there we go. Let's sign this and call it done. A little bit more space over here, so I'll just sign it there. Okay. As always, thank you for watching. I hope you learned something. I hope it gave you something. Maybe you could find a new technique here. Maybe it's just distraction from the daily life, our daily struggles and hustles. So thanks for watching and bye bye.